I have returned. Oh, time for things to happen with Taru. That is kind of weird. Oh, I need to switch the thing again. We're gonna do this. Hello. Probably get trying to finish up until Baelsar's. Actually, let me see. I think I'll just get up to Baelsar's wall, and then once the thing the things happen, the whole thing happens. I'm gonna stop. I'll probably do 3.56 tomorrow after doing another one of the job quests. I am doing something I should probably do later. Where is that precocious young lady at? Precocious? I'm sorry to have dragged you away from your duties, but as I have said, this won't take long. I just need to stand perfectly still for a moment. Jump him! Ready? Everyone? Right, everyone? Ready to work? Jump him! No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Jump him! Oh god, they're beating up in the gut. Why the gut? There, all finished. The warrior lights every measure. From heroic head to interpretal. Well, would you like to know? Oh, good time, Gujak. All in good time. Aha! found you. Alphino wants everyone in the solar for a mini. I don't know what it's about, but he seems to think it's very important. Go on. Come on. We have everything sense in keeping everyone waiting. Is this voiced? I'm hoping it's voiced.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Urianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention.
Sass.
And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Taru.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward? Must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Especially the orphans.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! You're... Help! I need some help here!
Although we can just give it to Tataru. Not like the overseer, but the person knows what's going on.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her! Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
The bell saws wall.
Move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. Ah, but I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours.
Duh.
Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders.
Oops.
You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
Yes, Mother.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Tataru and Cryo took the resistance fighter to more private chambers that she can recuperate in peace. The poor girl is in quite a state, isn't she?
I wonder what Esteban would have said to the other wounded visitor. His own injuries yet kept him abed, and savoring a cup of tea alongside his usual observations. Even were casting the same incantation, the mystery of such practitioner that greatly affects the effectiveness of the spell. A principle that was demonstrated to our two mages here. Mistress Cryo and Archon Stoll are truly exceptional healers, and 'twas an honor to witness their ministration firsthand. If only I could tend to my brother's battle hurts with such proficiency. I have much study yet ahead of me. We have some training in the healing arts, as we shall take turns with Mistress Cryle in healing and caring for her patient. Orcha is practical, partially seen, rather eager to learn from experience. I believe she said her name was Minago. Her cause appears to have been genuine, but I must confess to feel a small trepidation, even as I stepped aside. We were all surprised by her sudden visit, but Hori was able to gauge the situation at a glance. He realized the Makote posed no immediate threat. And permitted her to enter. And that didn't mean he alert. For that wasn't alert for some manner of trap. Ah, yes, mayhap the other is the finer man after all. God, you just really want this woman this woman? This woman here? She wants one thing, and it's disgusting. Disgustingly hot. After confiding with Ida, we have decided to focus our attention on South Shroud. Someone needs to keep an eye on the border. To mention sylphs. I hate leaving Nago here like this, but I know Cryo and Tataro will take good care of her. Greater teleportation. The congregation. Sir, he here then has praised me of the situation. Impressive work at Valeth. You fell the evil Nihog and then rose a monument to friendship and peace. We were truly blessed to have you on our side. Greetings, warrior of light. What business brings you to Ishka? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. is good to see you, my friend. It was but a pity it might be such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing the development in Aldigo to our attention. Ishgard will, of course, send an envoy to attend the council in Grodani. I cannot say who will present us. However, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone at any rate. Given the immediance of the threat, we may forego the formalities of full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons. Prior to proceeding, we'll need some time to make the necessary arrangements. I thank you. Our representatives, every select will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Hiddle that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, my lord. Lucia, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment. Make ready to depart for Gardenia. I will have Mara join you as soon as I can. Fury speed. You on your way. Fury speed may be on your way. Fury speed may. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. Must be ready to depart the instant envoy arrives.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do this over. Hello. Hello.
May there be no trouble in the wake of my speaking with others do know. Gate of Judgment. I think I just have to get closer to the mic. You are prepared. You are prepared. Are perhaps wondering. Well, you are perhaps wondering
The placement of this. Okay, I need to readjust.
Are you are you 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 are uh uh you are you are you are you are you are you are perhaps wondering who will represent Ishgard at the council. As this is a military matter, I would not be surprised if Sir Emmerich nominate himself. He is yet Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, after all. Wait here. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I shall act as Ishgard's envoy. Not now, not I concede that there were ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's book of statuses. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by taking a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. I think I moved the mic into the perfect position for me to be able to do this. I'm just gonna fly there. The only reason I did Kobold, not the only reason, the biggest reason I did the Kobold tribe quest right away is because I can do this. I love this map. The way the cowboys ride it. I am glad that the Lord Commander's counterpart saw the wisdom in his coming. Few, if any, in Ishgard can claim to possess his expertise in both politics and warfare. The garrison commander awaits within. Why not accompany me, Gurjag? You may see a familiar face. Is it Arturiel? Arturel? Hoping it's Arturel. Oh god damn it, why is it you, Annie Lane? Good Jack, old boy. Good Jack, old boy. How wonderful to see you. And Sir Emmerich, too. To what do I owe this unexpected pleasure? I would have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchen at once, if you would excuse. Nay, not trouble yourself, Orlith. Honorlith. We shall soon be on our way. Here is a brief summary, if you will. Yes, my lord. People explain they do a lot of hand gestures. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes so naturally as breathing to to an imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord of Franciel and the observation. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. Surprised to see you here, truly. Surprised to see you're truly at the helm? Yours truly at the helm? Yes. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'd ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt, and with a little help from the veterans, and Orlith ceaselessly chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Grenania with you. Good boy. Oraloo. As warrior. I bid. Welcome to our visitors from Ishka. It seems so peaceful. One would scarce believe that Belsar's wall and wrecked Alamigo lies but a few moms away. Yeah, let me read. It seems so peaceful. One would scarce believe that Belsar's wall and a wrecked Alamigo lies but a few moms away. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty. Now, as when first I laid eyes upon it. I feel that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendors of the forest. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, isn't it? Yes, of course. 'Twas like that we are late. Yes, of course. 'Twas like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we?
Oh, Umbro. Need to get that Umbro hatchling. Ah, Seto. Seto, you old fool. It's faster to do it this way than teleport. And it's about the same, actually. Teleporting would have been slightly faster, actually, thinking about it. Because it's right next to it.
The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. The envoy of Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way, if you put... and the Luminson party as well. Wait. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I am not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. Udrak. Trust you well. It was a day of reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with Escort. Master Udrak, I was glad to hear that from Rao that the missing scions have now been found. This is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I wonder if I can have my umbrella in the scene. Oh, I should have brought a sparkler.
Is this one voiced?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
We shall go to war.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Yeah, he's after something big. It's a
bit of a mystery. It's a bit of a mystery.
Anybody here to talk to?
That the council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah. Good, you have yet to depart. I fear I had missed you. Sir Emmerich. Not so often now. A pleasure as always, and Mistress Alice. How wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the intrusion. I have hoped to thank Gudrak for serving as our escort before our other duties call him away. I always wish to thank. I also wish to thank our Domin allies. Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting the opportune moment to join the conversation, and the force of habit makes me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, mistress. You, Giddy. I was most grateful for your introduction when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failing to aid the Alliance's plea for aid in a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders are plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciate the gesture. I only do duty. Sir Emperor is an enemy of us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions. My friends, we must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That is how we adults speak, sister. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We shall be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant Store, Yukiri? Actually, I will be. I think I shall first pay a visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fare in their talks with the Sylph. Not to mention what has been going on at Belsar's Wall. I would join you at the Rising Stones anon.
To Revenant's Toll, we shall go to war.
Belsar's Wall. I'm almost done with full 3.5. Even now, I am astounded by how closely Mistress Elisera resembles Master Alpha. Their very mannerisms are alike. From a distance, it should be hard pressed. I should be hard pressed to tell one from another, until they open their mouths, of course. Welcome back, Udrak. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not feel how tiresome to have so waiting for every word before you speak it? I doubt I would ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, maybe anything is possible. Tenacity, skill, speed, determination, skill, speed, determination, vitality. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we head inside. My brother and the others would not be long. I forgot to talk to you, Gary. You, Giddy. I love you, Cat, but a lot of times you make me click on you.
You are returned from the council. But what of Alpha now? Did some other matter require his attention? Mine apologies, friends. I trust you have not kept... We have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Ah, Cryo. How's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Ataro's keeping an eye on her. So, we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well, which, with sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the council's decision?
We will go to war.
Each of the nation, Ishgard included, have committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. No, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what... I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperials caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. In hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there were some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon his reckless course. It may be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Belsar's world, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamiga, which may serve as a way in. Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary interrogation. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. Negotiation. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want. I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my service are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi. I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient. For an infiltration mission, greater numbers will not serve to increase the risk of detection. Cryo and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Leviers? I will return to the South Shroud and stand watch over the border. Shall matters take a turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Gudrak? Gardenia will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask you to remain at the Rising Stone to pass messages on and so on? hold the fort, you mean? Very well, I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. Are they gonna say the same things? Let's see. I have some training in the arts of healing, so we shall take. Okay, no, they're all the same. Taran Cryo. I suspect Tataru would have little trouble facilitating communications between our forces under normal circumstances, but I concede she has her handful nursing the resistance fighter back to health. No matter, my turn in the field will come.
Yugiri. Yugiri.
I am no ninja, but I did spend some in Charlian homeland learning how to move unseen. Between Yugiri and my humble skill, Ida and Papilima, he will protect. All I've seen saying is that it wouldn't be the worst thing if we ended up joining the Griffin's fight against the Empire. I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later, isn't it? My fellow shinobi require little encouragement to take their place amongst the Alliance forces amassing Gridania. They are most eager to cross blades with the army of the Guardian Galler armies of Gaul once more. I may perhaps have exaggerated my stand with the resistance a little, but I am confident that I have a reasonable chance of putting a stop to this madness before events spiral out of control. It's fair to middling at the very least. If you have any unfinished business in the tool, pray attend to it now. I will depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. Nearby watchtower offers an unobscured view of Baelson's wall. I shall be interested to speak to the Alliance commander who has installed themselves at its top. No. Ah, Jack. There you are. Come. A Miraniac spine awaits. An Alliance officer at the platform should be able to appraise us of any developments at the wall. Fancy meeting? Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth.
Indeed, was about to say, we'll watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are to venture into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphinaud. We'll have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Yida. Nary a moment ago you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it? Which is it to be? Would best to decide before we enter to negotiations. Trust me, Papa Limo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. I think I feel a headache oncoming. Let's be on our way, shall we? Ah, some things never change. Well then, shall we make it to the spine? Our alliance flame will doubtless have news for us. School's out for forever. Welcome, warrior of light. I assume you are here to speak with our commanding officer. We will find them on the observation platform. Pray, proceed. Greetings, my friends. 'Twas good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I dragged half the watch here, see? And the sight of you might help remind them why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen any of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. It was heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news of the wall? From the wall? All has been quiet. Report. What? 7 hells. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault? So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. No one. He gave no such order. Of course, the wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those human forms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we launch an offensive. This could mean war. So this may not be no more than a diversion. The army of the Alliance occupied the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin survivor supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, with Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain Eorzea. Meanwhile, will be plunged into chaos. Ujak, we must make for the wall at once. What, just the two of you? Our companions embark on a mission to sway the Griffin from its course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of the raging battle. I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin. And if we can do that, Lady Hilda, may I ask that you have an airship ready to bring the Scions to safety? I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare the Imperial reprisal. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. So, as per Marshal Turpin's orders, we will provide a feint to cover your advance. May the crystal guide, the crystal light your way forward. From what Poppy Note told me, the trail ahead would lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight ways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept their comrades ere they stumble onto the boat. While I do so, I would ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way. But the time of subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we are free from the tunnel, we will make for your position with all due haste, and if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. I wonder how long it's gonna take for me to... Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's wait for the Belsar's wall.
Well, it's late. It's I don't want to wait as long anymore. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Finish part. Yeah, finish this and do all of it tomorrow. If you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. I'm gonna be stalling for a bit to see if I can wait it out, but I don't think it's gonna happen tonight. If you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. If you can, please come to the live streams, which starts between 8 to 11. 8 to 11 p.m. Oh wait, no, I'm not stuck. Stalling worked. The stalling worked. Woo! Attack the wall! Laser! Laser! Imagine. Slide.
It's what I do.
I thought it was that. That was weird. Yeah, froze for a moment.
Belsar's wall. Sloppy.
Oh no, it's Ilbard. I'm so surprised.
How'd you like these? Sloppy. I'll tear you limb from limb. Sloppy. For Alamigo! How'd you like these? Yeah! Sloppy. Yeah! 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 Sloppy. Yeah! I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah! Sloppy. For Alamigo! I have you now.
Now off with the helmet.
Okay. You could have waited for me to give you a command.
Commendation. That is very bulky.
You've beaten me, aye.
Oh.
But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come. We did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
You hussy.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
For the Empire.
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Gods help us. What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
Hey, you're the one that attacked them. You're fighting laser gun mechs with swords.
Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength to crush our...
There you are.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
Not really. Well, he is sheltered, but honestly, who would think you would go crazy and decide to summon the Death Dragon?
No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and
Why do you have
liberate
to
the
say suckle?
homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
Punch. Falcon punch.
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
Yeah. God, I love this, the distorted answer song. Hey, you can see your face.
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tibbs Marty, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works. It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
See, the thing is, I always like staying by his side, but trust in Papalymo and leave on the ship. That's what you should do. As his friend, as his companion, as the person, as a fellow Scion, you should trust and leave. Although the staying by his side is cool.
Hilda! I think he means now!
Still being blasted back into the ship is also cool.
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
Vivos, Ursa, Vivos, Era. How many more must we lose? I understand only too well about the desire to reclaim one's own land, but I cannot condone such slaughter. It has been explained to me that the light represents, and I have ordered our forces to stay ready, and it seems we must do little else but wait. Every Ishgardian
gets taut, the sea of clouds churn in the edge, the grind of the warring elements of water and wind. Though through the tear, though to tear you apart, they say no one ever goes to the bottom of the abyss and lives to tell the tale. So how does the bastard manage to get his hand on Nidhogg's eye? Papa Lima knew what he was doing. I could not refuse him. There he is. There's the man, the legend, the Papa Limo Sphere. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papa Limo's my friend. I should have been there with him. You could see it in his eyes, Yida. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. What had to be done. Master Louis Swall wore the same look, right before the end. You think I don't know that? I know, alright, I know. There's nothing more you could have done. Billboard cut us all off guard. Even Gudrak was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget that Papa Lima strove to protect. Or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida to me. Go on, back to the writing stones. The others need to know what happened. I know there's one more quest, but I'm getting tired, so... Let's activate the trap card. It's over, Papa Lima. It's all over. Leave her to me. Nothing can be said. Nothing you can say will console her now. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stone and appraise our companions of all of this. Pray, make your way there at once. I will send word to Ira and the others of our immediate return. Actually, I think I should do that. I'll do that. Finish it. Activate next. That's gonna be long. Yeah, whatever. Go to the dome. Da 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 da. Screw it. That's kind of
Why does everyone look so grim? Has something happened? Say something for heaven's sake. Seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye. Behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Gilbert. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiating a summoning ritual. Even so, we looked on as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's aether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort. I am certain Papa Limo was aware. Thus does the pupil follow in the steps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilbert came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. The depths of the sea of clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind aspect, aether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. And mayhap it was the work of an Asian, but now it's not the time for idle speculations. Cryle, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and assert ascertain the state of the primal trap within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I cannot promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I will certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. What? Without so much a goodbye, by your leave?
Pray forgive. Arkan Yashtola, her brevity. She seetheth employ least her grief, deprave her of the will to act. A desire to comfort either doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with this grief, this loss, in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady, say, I shall honor our fallen companion through gainful study. There exist writings in which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light.
Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papa Limo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilbert's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander.
School's out forever. All I want to do is weep, but right now we need to hold back tears and do what must be done. He told us what happened to Papalimo and I. Forgive me, there are simply no words. Gorthus greatly admired Papalimo and aspired to achieve the same lofty heights of magic craft. His loss was terrible to the science. Brother had self-esteem. As a man of tender heart, witness his concern as to your friend towards. I have a long road. I must show the arts and skill, experience, but must do our part. Times like this. Surely there is something I can do to help. As much as we wish it was different. There is a limit to what our healing can accomplish. But even the most powerful magics can do aught for a grieving heart. Sacrificing oneself for one's duty. Such actions remind me of the warriors of Doma, of the samurai and shinobi who died for our cause. Once Ida returns, I'll see that she sits down. She sits down to have her favorite dish. And when you feel empty inside, it is easy to forget that your belly needs to be filled. Ah, Gudrak. I have more to tell you, but the situation in the south and the east shroud remains largely unchanged, meaning we should have no idea how long it will be before a communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course, our representatives will be present. My thanks. Words from Gridania. The council will shortly be reconvening. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As for Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hangs above the wall unchanged. Yes, but the elder seats here doubtless shares our concern about how long it will remain, so I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceeding. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stone in Tataro's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Please don't skip there. I don't wanna. Oh, it's the old man. Hooray, we get Gosetsu.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Oh?
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Yo!
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Alright. That is it for me today, or for now. I'll probably stream later today. This time it's for real, I'm not lying. Thank you for watching. If you're watching the VOD. I'll be back later today. The stream will be between 8 and 11 if you can make it. Thank you. If not, thank you for checking out the VOD. And please like and subscribe, and have a nice morning, day, evening, whatever time it is for you now. Thank you and goodbye.